presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New Orleans Saints and our home team. On the Saints sideline, head coach Kellen Moore. His team fell in their season opener a week ago, now hitting the road, looking for their first win. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. Should be a fun one. Off we go on EA Sports. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They're led out by the third quarterback taken in the 2025 draft. Out of Louisville, it's Tyler Shough.
Mike, this is a big boy game, and sometimes the unfortunate truth is your performance was the difference between a win and a loss. And I think if you asked him, he'd be the first one to say, listen, my performance last week was not good enough. I have to make better decisions. I have to be more careful with the ball and where I put it. So his ability to improve from last week's game, both in production and decision-making, is probably the #1 storyline to follow heading into today's game.
They get 18 on that one. First down, New Orleans. From the gun, it's Shough. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's Etienne. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
4 yards. That's good for the Saints. First down.
Once again, it's Etienne. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. From 31, here is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating out of the gun, this is Shough. This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete. 7th play of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. To the air is Shough. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10. On the draw to give to Etienne. Not much happening there, just a short gain. It is 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Shough. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
The man in motion is Watson. It's 3rd down, and here is Shough. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This from 34 yards.
A 34-yard attempt.
Carty's kick is good. And the Saints are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2025 draft out of the U, out of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
He's coming off such a strong performance last week, Michael. He did a little bit of everything. Throws for 3 touchdowns, ran for another, but most importantly, leads his team to the big win. I'll tell you what, he has his eyes set on trying to do the same thing here over these next 4 quarters.
Again, it's Pollard. And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a first down.
Out of the gun, Ward. He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another first
On
down.
first down, Ward. And nice work there. Going to a slide. Gain about 7.
8 yards
From the 34-yard line. Here's second down and 2.
The Saints 34-yard line.
From the gun, here's Ward. This one is caught by Robinson. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another first down.
Now, first down throw for Ward. This is caught at the 2. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Ward going to tap this one forward. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Line of scrimmage.
From back at the 2 now, here's second and goal.
And goal at the Saints 2-yard line.
Pollard. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
3-yard loss on the play.
Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Shotgun snap for Ward. That's holding at the 2.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one?
To the goal line and in. Jim DK for the score. That is second TD catch of the season.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. We are through 1. 7-3 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and quarterback Cam Ward headed back out onto the field. He's taken down just shy of midfield. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Good for a first down. First and 10 at the 48.
On first and 10, Ward. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Second and 18.
Throwing is Ward. That's complete to DK. And And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. Rolling to the left. And on third down, that ball incomplete. The punt team comes on. Here's Tommy Townsend to kick it. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Saints offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week as well.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
And the Saints, first down. A gain of 4 yards.
On play action, the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
A loss of 7 yards. It's second down.
On second down, it's Shuck. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. This one fielded out beyond the 25. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. So, Greg, the home opener after winning on the road, I know you've said it a bunch, there's a different satisfaction for a team to go on the road and get a win. So it's got to feel good to start your home season at 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves to play week 1 at home. Your fans are into it. The hope and the optimism of the season is at an all-time.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
The Saints, 40-yard line.
Here's Ward. High-headed defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
To throw is Ward. And they'll get maybe a yard out of that. Not nearly enough. It'll be 4th down. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This one is good. He knocks it through. And his guys go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. Greg, they say flush a game after you lose, right? But when you built up all year for the opener and you get blown out, is it even harder to flush for players?
Well, certainly that's the question, Mike. And regardless of how much the coach stands up there and you try to say, hey, it's a new week, we've got to move forward. And certainly that's the case in the NFL. If you let bad losses linger, you're going to find yourself in a bigger hole. So the problem is when you spend all week and you spend all season saying, okay, this is week 1, we're going to get off to a great start, and you lay an egg and you're non-competitive, the last thing you want in the NFL, Mike, is for doubt to set in. So we're going to find out pretty quickly here in this one. Was last week just 1 out of 17 and they're going to move on, or is this going to be signs of things to come as the rest of this season unfolds?
A 3-yard pickup brings up
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Chuck to throw on second down. It's made right side. It's Johnson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and inches. Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And right to the 25-yard line, that is enough for the first down. So they pick it up on the ground, and the drive keeps going. Set to go now on first and 10. Chuck. A quick slant. Look in by Watson. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Now ETN. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. From the gun on third down, Chuck. He'll try and get there on the ground. Saints going to use their second timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
It's a gain of
Chuck looking to throw on first down. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Cordell Flott. And his defense will take over here following the interception.
intercepted. They'll take over first and 10. They're running 14.
On first down, it's Ward. Pass to Robinson. He's got it. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. As they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 20-yard line.
Throwing, Ward.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner.
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. The kick is good. Saints will tie things up. It's now 10-10. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's first and 10. Back to throw is Ward. And his caught, it's Robinson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Now a signal, timeout call. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
At the 48-yard line.
Now it's Ward. Escaping to his left. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. So the two teams head for their respective locker rooms. We head to Orlando. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Chimere Dike now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can go out breaking our tie. Well, even at 10 as this drive begins, first and 10. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
That's good.
Here we go, here we go. Ready,
First and 10.
Now receiver coming around. He's got the pop pass. And oh, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
No gain
On second down, here's Holland. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up third down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Makes it third and 3.
Back to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Helm. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
At the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Out of the gun, Ward. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
You know, Mike, I like the early aggressive play call to start this second half. I think anytime you find yourself in a tie ball game, you want to be the team that strikes next. In this case, it backfires. They have the turnover. Now it's their defense that's taking the field, and they're going to have to come up with a stop and keep this game all squared up.
Brings up second and 9.
They'll run it once more with ETN. And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Saints first down.
Saints first down. A gain of 12. And
On the handoff, it's ETN. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. First and 10.
Saints first down. First down.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. They'll go play action here with Chuck. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be taken down.
15 more yards. That's another Saints first down. A gain of 15.
On the give is ETN. He'll manage only a couple. That's Jermaine Johnson there on the stop. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 7.
Brings up second and
They'll give it to ETN on the option. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. That's taken at about the 14. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. Low-scoring game, all time, third quarter. And a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. First and 10.
Hold it ready.
Second and 10.
incomplete. It's now second
Let's
and
go
10.
now. Go.
From the gun, here's Ward. Oh, a loose football. Looks like the Saints have come up with the football. They did. After that fumble recovery, a big opportunity here. First and goal.
60 Eagle.
From the gun, it's Shuck. Cody Barton. He gets into drop him for his first sack of the young season.
7 yards. It's second down and goal.
On the ground, here's ETN. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Sets up third down and goal.
Go.
Shuck gonna throw it on third and goal. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good.
13.
And the Saints gonna take the lead. It's now 13 to 10.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down, they need 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Saints offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Off the play fake, here's Shuck. That's complete to Etienne. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff. Etienne. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing is Shuck. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
This run straight ahead for Etienne. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Looking to throw. Here is Shuck. The pass rush gets home and he goes down. The Saints will punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. That'll be returnable from the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Pistol gives to Pollard. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Ward. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Ready?
A gain of 26 yards.
Come on. Go.
And the 1st down.
They run him straight ahead with Pollard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Ward. That's caught over the middle by Eilmanner. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
That's another 1st down.
70, Timberwolves.
1st and goal at the
Throwing is Ward. And he'll take it on in. Alec Eilmanner. Touchdown. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Out comes Slide for the extra point. It's up and through. And his guys make the lead 4th. It is 17-13.
Visitors 13.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Saints offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. He'll step up and run this. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
That's good for the Saints. First down.
Here's Etienne.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
And he's going to have that first down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line.
First down. And 8 yards. Let's go.
Olave is the motion man. Looking to throw on first down. Here's Shuck. Throw left side. That's Johnson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
That's another Saints first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Shuck. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 12-yard line.
On the zone read, it's Shuck. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. To the air is Shuck. This is caught at the 2. And he'll get this down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal as they convert on 3rd down.
19 Tigers.
Etienne is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. He'll find his receiver. That's DK. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Going up top. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Alec Iomanners has a touchdown. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense, and then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot, and with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
So here is Shuck and the Saints down 24 to 20. 2:11 to go. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. To throw is Shuck. Now a screen set up for Etienne. Down the right sideline. And he will score. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Saints. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Going right, it's taken in. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Now it's Ward. That's caught once again by Helm. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout. That's complete to DK. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Ward. Rolling right. Now, a deep ball here for Ridley. And that is incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
Let's go.
Ward to throw again. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5. But it will keep the drive going.
That's good for a 1st down.
To the air again. Ward. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup of 5. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again is Ward. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Chuck going to try to run it himself. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But